What's up, YouTube? It is Tuesday. Is it Tuesday or Monday?
It's Monday.
It's Monday. Sorry,
It's definitely
it's
Monday.
Monday. We just kind of felt like we really wanted to get a video out because I know a lot of times people put out videos and it's positive and it has like, oh, 1-2 steps to do this, and there's always an end to it, but we don't really have necessarily like a
No
answer for the end of this conversation. We just wanted to like, kind of have some like raw and transparent talks about just life, and particularly. But I do want to address. We have our son here, but we do have 2 other kids. They're either asleep, and if you don't see another one, she's in school. But really, I was just in the. We both were in the bed last night.
It was a rough past weekend. Again, like you said, we thought that is good because you post these videos that are like so like planned and thought of, and
dressed
like
up.
people don't really get to see just how you are, I guess, normally.
Yeah.
So we just want to kind of like let you all know, like, not that you even care, but we just got to share with somebody because we just feeling like stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Stuck. And what we mean by that is that, like, as you guys know, the economy is crazy right now, so everything is going up in price. And while we've worked really, really hard to earn additional income, it's like we're trying to keep up with that inflation. And it's caused, some anxiety at times.
Yeah, like frustration.
Like some frustrations, because it's like, man, we think about like where we came from and how, it was rough growing up. He grew up in a certain,
I grew up poor.
We grew up from the struggle, is what we're trying to say.
Ups
and downs, but we worked really hard. Like, we did everything our parents pretty much told us to do. We went to college. We got more than 1 degree. We stayed out of jail. We did all these things. We kept God first in it all, and we had a moment where we felt bummed out about it, and still not feeling like, we want to be able to travel more. We want to be able to do all these things, but like, this economy here in the U.S. has got us so capped.
Yeah, I just kind of go off what you said too. It's just like, when I say like feeling stuck, I guess it's just like, I think I shared with you last night. Was that last night?
Yeah, it was last night.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front y'all. Like, I was just tired. So we said in the video before, I make 6 figures and all that stuff like that. But even 6 figures in this economy,
not enough.
It's like right when we finally made it, that's like a year ago, we had a drastic increase in our income,
right?
And then the inflation went up like
crazy. You see $8 to $10.
Yeah, literally, it shot up right with it. So it's kind of like, oh, great, inflation. And I feel like sometimes I'm like trying to provide for my family, but I'm like trying to outrun inflation, outrun the economy, outrun housing prices. I mean, the housing market alone, we had a house a little over a year ago, and that house was $150,000 less than the house we have now.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy how much stuff is going up, and you look at the mortgage you pay for it and stuff. You're like, man, stuff ain't even worth the stuff it costs.
Yeah. So we just wanted to share a raw conversation. Like, we have our days where we feel like real beat up with life, and I think what has kind of anchored us to like fight another day is like our faith in God, Jesus Christ, and knowing that like He's with us has really given us. I think that is like the difference between people that make it, right, mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, versus people that don't. And again, we don't have like a solution or a how-to with this economy, but we just wanted to share that, hey, you see our videos, we're positive, we're upbeat, God has blessed us, we have a great income, we have a home, we have all these things, but man, we still have our days, we have our weekends. Those Sundays be like our hard days for some reason.
I don't know, Sundays has been like that.
It's like Sundays.
It shouldn't be like that. I think it's like we go, we listen to church or we go to church. It depends on the weekend. And I don't know, you hear the sermon and you feel fired up.
Yeah.
And then you look at the situation and you're like, man, I'm still kind of like I don't know. This, I'll say, like, again, for me, I just been feeling like stuck in America at times. Like,
yeah,
I feel like this country just has no type of it's just out of control. One, from being a black person in general, right? It's already has its own struggles there,
right?
But then, like, from the economy perspective too, and we've actually, it's funny, over the past years, we've always been like toying with this idea of like moving abroad,
moving
to Portugal, Shout out to Our Rich Journey. They definitely were an influence that I hope to meet them
one
day. I hope that if they watch this video, I hope to meet y'all. Right. But no, so we just we were talking about all kind of things over the weekend. Man, maybe we should just leave. Maybe we should
leave the country
where the cost of living is significantly lower and
for a better quality of life.
Right.
Homeschooling our kids so that they can travel, but that's scary.
They've been homeschooling, yeah. 'Cause I'm like, these kids, I love them, but man, they kind of aggravated too.
And homeschooling is hard, but we're afraid. Go to Portugal and then what? What if we get there and we don't like it? Yeah, we can come back, but it takes so much to get over there.
Yeah.
To not like it. So in this season, we're trying to slow down.
No, I gotta say, remember we had a conversation about what if we get to Portugal and we're like, oh, it's so great. We look at everything through this rosy eyes, and we get there, we walk out of our flat that's right in the middle of everything, and walk down to the cafe and get our lattes.
Con leche.
Yeah, cafe con leche. I don't know if they call that Portugal, but still, and we go cheers, and then look at each other just we messed up. I miss home. So. It's scary, man. I saw a post on LinkedIn too. It's when you're scared, do it anyway. But I was like, I don't know what that even means. I don't know if that's relevant to this or I don't know.
That might be an option for us in the coming couple years.
Yeah.
We don't want to scare our family members in this post, but we're thinking about some things. We're thinking about making some moves, but we're slowing down and we're letting God guide us. But y'all, we know it's hard out here. The more money you make, the more they want to take. And that's why Lee's going to do a video about being able to make sure you get everything written off so that you don't have to pay a huge amount in taxes. But be encouraged.
Home-based business, don't forget that.
Be encouraged. And y'all pray for us. Believers out there, please keep us in prayer as we try to do things that is really not normal. People in our family haven't done some of the things that we've done and taken some of the risks that we've done, but just keep us in prayer as we try to really, really seek God and what He wants us to do and being obedient, even though it may look radical or crazy in the normal person's eye.
I want to ask you though, so I know how things are for me from the perspective of I'm working, and we both at home, but what is it? What is it about I don't mean that stay-at-home mom, I guess. What's been the struggle? What's the stuff that makes you feel stuck in that? Because we've been having a conversation about being stuck in so many areas, and finance is one.
Right.
Again, I don't want to sound ungrateful. God, thank you so much for everything you've done in our lives. But again, we're about to get ahead of that inflation.
Yeah, we're trying to get ahead of inflation. So what it's been for me, it's been an adjustment. I've been a stay-at-home mom for a year, and I've been a woman who's always been independent. I've been raised by strong, independent women, single mothers, single grandmother. Having to go into that role, I would say that first couple of months was a rebellion period where I was nah, I need to get a job. If I'm not going to do this notary thing and I'm going to be in Texas, I need to get a job. Well, that didn't work out. I tried to get something and I lasted 2 days.
God ain't letting it work out.
And then when I did get something, we were heading back to Florida. So I was kind of man, maybe just God's just sitting me down. And I had a friend tell me, John Tay, I'm shouting out John Tay, Mobley, who said, no, maybe God is trying to talk to you and sit you down for a little bit. So maybe you need to really listen to see what it is. And I'm still listening. I don't have the answer yet. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you, my wife, it's hard for her to sit still. She didn't even choose to be a stay-at-home mom. Stay-at-home mom chose her. And I think if we didn't move because of my job, I don't think she would have made a decision to not work.
That's crazy.
Which is interesting because from my perspective, right now, it's been some of the best. It's been the best year from a juggling the household perspective. When we were both working, and it was just so busy.
It's a lot.
We were always so busy, especially when we were in the notary business. You had to kind of jump when the notifications came through and they said, "Are you available?" And you're yep, 9:00 p.m. You running out the house,
It's always on the go. But I'm gonna I'm gonna do a video and share some real rawness about being a stay-at-home mom and the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, the ugly. And if you guys have any questions, you can put them down and I'll answer them. But I think we might just want to end this video right now.
Yeah.